is a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Good morning. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed. Alongside me, Alex Nafusi. Good morning,
Hey,
Alex.
buddy. Good morning, man.
There you go. I'll let you get all situated over there.
I blame Dan Leach for the delay.
Nicely done, Dan. Way to go. Hey, we're going to take all your calls here this morning, all about mortgages and real estate. We brought in our special guest, Nicole Mosco. Hey, Nicole, on the other side of the table. How are you this morning?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
You are wonderful. Thank you for joining
I like
us.
your scarf.
Thank you.
That's great. Nicole's with...
She is pretty wonderful.
Nicole's
I
with
am pretty
RE/MAX
wonderful.
Classic in Milford. And again, a lot of you have worked with Nicole in the past. And if you haven't, you got to find she's one of the top real estate agents around. That's one of the things we definitely know, Alex, is we know who knows what out there. And I'll tell you, getting a professional real estate agent behind you and getting some great advice is a good way to start.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, I think it's all about people that represent you. I mean, in any situation, the people that represent you are the ones that are going to take care of you. I mean, you have to put your trust in them.
Home purchasing, of course, selling, refinancing. There's a whole lot more we can talk about. I'm not going to talk about anything about baseball. I'm still sort of licking my wounds. Tigers took it on the chin, but it's not over with yet. We got a shot tomorrow to get back in the
I'm glad I'm going tomorrow and not Monday because maybe tomorrow
there might not be
there might not be a Monday.
You know, there's been changes in technology in the mortgage industry. We're always making advances, even at our office, to find a better way to do it. Recently, we did. We're always trying to make the experience a little bit better, the workflow, the tasks that's involved. Over the years, Alex, as you know, especially in the last 4 or 5 years, getting the documentation from the clients has been really one of the biggest steps.
Well, I think, it's just the pendulum has swung the complete other direction. And it's fortunate / unfortunate. And if you want to join the show, 248-539-9797. It went from basically breathe on this mirror and if you fog it, you can get a mortgage to I need your 4th grade report card and did you climb the rope when you were in 4th or 5th grade?
And I didn't, by the way.
You didn't?
I could not get up that road. Now I
shocks me.
could. Couldn't do it when I was younger.
Oh, yeah. Bro, come on, man. I could do it.
But there's a task. I mean, there's definitely a lot of documentation to get together.
It's very document intensive. Usually the way that I handle my clients is I have them email their financial advisor and their CPA and just say, hey, man, this is Alex, I'm a mortgage guy. Whatever he needs, give it to him. And I try to take the client out of it and make it as smooth as possible for them.
Yeah, the key is definitely to get organized on a transaction. Again, if you want to find out how to get this done the right way, call Capital Mortgage all day long. I know we have a full staff all weekend long. 1-800-LOW-RATE. That's 1-800-569-7283. Get your approval first. Setting yourself up for the best possible outcome. Make the transaction a lot easier for yourself.
Right.
Again, Nicole, as a real estate agent, you know the time frames between 30 and 45 days on most transactions, but as even with the loans that we're working with you, constantly keeping you in touch with what's going on and each step of the way.
Right, yeah,
there's a lot involved.
There's a lot involved, and typically, right when you meet that client, you're going to prepare them that when you start your mortgage, this is what is involved, so they're not shocked and like, wow, they need so much. They need my firstborn child. I don't know why. Why do they need? I know, but I like to get them more prepared for that before we even step out and start looking at houses, so they're not so overwhelmed.
Generally, what Harvey and I do, and I think most of the staff at Capital, is I do what's called the mortgage commitment. I don't think a pre-approval is worth the paper it's printed on, because a pre-approval you can call from, you can get from any chop shop, from any huge conglomerate lender. That means you've talked to a mortgage person. Probably some 22-year-old
and they may
kid.
not have even pulled your credit.
They didn't even do anything. Yeah, like, hey, I want to buy a house. And what I do is, I run it through underwriting. Before we even do anything, and I just put in an address, I put to be determined, and you're approved. You're good to go based on the appraisal and the title work. So it's as close as you can get to a duffel bag full of cash as a cash buyer as you can possibly get.
248-539-9797. We take your calls all morning long. It's already October 4th, 2014. Definitely feels like a fall day out there.
Did you see that I got rid of?
What'd you get rid of?
I got rid of the BlackBerry. You
stepped it up. All right, we're going to talk about your new little toy there. There you
go. And the thing is that I lost a lot of my contacts, and I was going to text us, have a good show today, Pookie. Give me a shout out. Just say Uncle Paul. I don't even know who it is, but it's a 313 number.
Well, you got a new phone. Alex, you brought up what we do over at the office. The pre-underwritten loan is the best way to ensure that you're definitely going to get your loan closed. And I'll tell you, the real estate agents want to hear that we're moving in that direction. This is what we decided to make possible lately. You have to get your docs. You get your financial information over to us, a full, complete financial, everything that's required, revealing really what you got going on. it's the next best step would be like the pre-approval, but truly getting your file underwritten by a real underwriter. And we made those changes at Capital, and we've got a new and improved system. It's actually already started, and it's really going to go into full gear on Monday. So we're really excited over at Capital. Anyone out there is getting a mortgage, you must call Capital 1-800-LOW-RATE.
The cool thing is now with the new software we have is when you do a pre-approval, I should probably put this on vibrate, shouldn't I? When you send us your documents and we do an approval for you.
I'm sorry.
What's it?
Because your phone keeps going off.
I don't know how to use
I know, he doesn't know how to use it.
I have no idea.
It's like beep, beep.
I'm 35 years old. I had a BlackBerry forever. I wouldn't get rid of it. But I was going to say, when you get an approval from Capital, like, you're good to go. When I give a pre-approval or a mortgage commitment to a realtor, whoever it is, that deal's closing. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste your time. I have more important things to do than take a deal that's never going to close.
So often we see people come to us, Nicole, and, they want to make the offer next week, and they're just starting to get their docs. They might be a little funky. I mean, when we say you might be a little funky, I'm talking about you might have had a bankruptcy, a foreclosure, a short sale, a deed in lieu of foreclosure. You might have had some bad credit. You might have something funky out there like you didn't do. You can't turn that phone off, can you?
I can't even tell you who just texted me.
Turn it off.
It's... I'm saving it though, Pookie, just so you know.
248-539-9797. You know what? At least we're having a good time here this morning. We're not going to let a little bit of clouds and rainy weather put a damper on what's going on out there.
Dude, I didn't realize it got down to 32 last night or something, man. I didn't even have the heat. I woke up this morning. I was freezing. Oh, we could have snuggled.
Nicole, there's no doubt the purchase business is alive and well. I mean, you're calling me you start your mornings off calling me saying, "Hey, Harvey, I just showed a house." I mean, you're all over the place.
I am all over the place.
You were in Brownstown, Milford, I think Clarkston. I don't know. I think you've touched about 6 counties in one day last week. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Definitely a lot of business still. I mean, you're keeping busy.
Mm-hmm.
Things slow down. We talked about it recently. Definitely when fall kicked in, the kids go back to school.
Everyone's trying to get settled in. Nice. Before the school starts, but now I feel like some people are still, there's still action going on out there.
Definitely.
Has it slowed down a little bit?
It has slowed down a little.
I think it's part of the issue is that, people started just saying, well, I'm going to list my house for $500,000 and I know it's only worth $4, but if somebody wants to pay me for it, we can do that. And I think it just kind of became...
It kind of bogged down the
kind of
market.
congested everything, yes.
I'm glad you actually brought that point up. We're going to go to a call here this morning. We'll talk about if there's not tons of buyers out there, the pendulum swings a little bit towards the buyer side. Hey, if you get an offer on your house, how not to lose that buyer? We got a little bit to discuss about that. 248-539-9797. Want to go to Tim out there. Good morning, Tim, out in Farmington Hills. What's happening?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
What's up, man?
Quick question. I've got a primary property worth about $350,000 with a mortgage of about $148,000 under a 10-year. It's a 10-year fixed at 3.125. So here's the question: I'm gaining excellent equity each month in my house. My wife and I want to buy a second property up north. What is the best, or what is the recommended transaction to do that if I don't want to put a ton down? And do you combine loans? Can you get an equity loan or something?
What's the purchase price of the one up north?
We haven't looked yet. It'll be in the $200 to $300 range.
By
the Taj Mahal, but
it's a vacation. It's a vacation home, right?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
It's a regular old deal. As long as you qualify with both payments, there's nothing outside the box. There's no adjustments to rate or costs. It's a regular old deal, man.
Do you have to put a ton of money down on the down payment?
I think it's.
You can go 5%. You're going to buy a second home like up north?
I think it's 5 or 10%.
You can go 5%.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go 5% up north.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just want to avoid PMI and any ridiculous interest rate. I've got good credit, great equity.
I can do. Again, just for the sake of BS. I could do mid 4s. 10% down, no PMI all day.
All right.
So let me call for the show, Tim. Go ahead. What do you say? Go ahead.
You can buy. I'm not ready to buy now. It's a couple years out, but I'm starting to position stuff around because the primary will be paid off in 7 years.
No, that's good, man.
7 years.
That's a great call, Tim.
After the show, man.
Thanks for the call, Tim. Definitely. We'll follow up and see if we can qualify you for a mortgage, get you moving in the right direction. When we come back, we're going to take all your calls. 248-539-9797.
Just when you think you have all the answers. A booger.
Sexy banana. Mrs. Claus.
Cow face. You meet someone with a new twist on things. What's the first thing you do when you realize your wife is mad at you?
Lying.
Lie. He 19. He ain't got no wife. No, you're an Eagle Scout.
Yes.
You don't know how real that answer is. It's time to mix it up here on Family Feud.
Catch an all-new Family Feud Monday starting at 7 on CBS 62.
Write this number down. 1-248-430-6040. If you're a man and suffer from ED or PE, Men's Medical Clinic may have the solution you've been looking for. Regardless of your age, medical history, prostate issues, or diabetes, Men's Medical Clinic can design a personalized treatment program just for you. It's called the Hornsby Method, developed by Kevin Hornsby, MD, author of the popular book, A Doctor's Guide to Erectile Dysfunction. Men's Medical Clinic is offering an in-office trial dose of custom-blended medication while supplies last. Call 1-248-430-6040. See results on your first visit, or there's no charge for consultation, guaranteed. If you've experimented with other medications, don't waste another minute. Call now. 1-248-430-6040. That's 1-248-430-6040.
Hey, fantasy football fans, football season is heating up. And who doesn't love the excitement of picking your team? It's probably the best part of the season. Well, get this. You can do that any week when you play in one-week fantasy football leagues at FanDuel.com. This is next-level fantasy football. Every week is a whole season at FanDuel. You play for real money, and winners get immediate cash payouts. There's no season-long commitment, so you only play when you want. Plus, you can play in fantasy football leagues for as little as $1. Nothing beats the excitement of living out a whole season of fantasy football in just 1 week. Every week is a chance to win big at FanDuel. And right now, FanDuel is giving you up to $200 free. For every dollar you deposit, FanDuel will match it up to $200. But hurry, offer ends this Friday. The only way to get up to $200 free is to go to FanDuel.com, click the microphone in the upper right corner, and enter the promo code 6161. That's FanDuel.com, promo code 6161.
Guys, I'm not going to talk to you about the biggest killers in America. I'm not going to talk to you about heart attacks and strokes killing millions of us every year, or how most of us living with dangerous levels of blood pressure don't even know it. No. What I'm going to talk to you about is a free bottle of Peak Nitric Oxide, packed with nitric oxide boosting power. It improves blood pressure and heart health. It does what vitamins and minerals can't. Nitric oxide has been called the miracle molecule of the 21st century, and the discovery of its benefits even won the Nobel Prize. Look, the easiest thing you can do today to protect your health is to request a free bottle of Peak Nitric Oxide. Just call 1-800-600-2125. We'll even send you free test strips so you can prove it works. Be one of the first 100 callers to request your free bottle. Discover how to get your free bottle by calling 1-800-600-2125. 1-800-600-2125. 1-800-600-2125.
This is acapella singing. And this is invigorated acapella singing. Just like invigorated acapella singing, BP gasoline with Invigorate can give you more. When used continuously, it helps clean and protect critical engine parts from harmful deposits. So your car can go a little farther between fill-ups when compared to a dirty engine. For more details, visit mybpstation.com. Average benefit 3 to 5 miles per tank based on what you drive and how you drive it.
Sunday on CSI, a twisted case.
She has no fingerprints.
Will stop the team dead.
I'm just waiting for another body to drop.
New CSI, CBS Sunday. In your radio, in your computer, and now in your pocket. Push, click, and listen.
97.1 The Ticket.
Alrighty, welcome back to the show. We broadcast till 10 o'clock. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Give us a call all day long, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Hey, we always take those emails, mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com. That's easy, mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com. Alex, as you know, rates in general have been fighting off everything. It's like a heavyweight bout between Ali and Frazier. Look what's going on in the world. I mean, it's been nuts out there. Employment figures have been looking good.
Phenomenal analogy.
You like that one?
Yeah.
Political events. I mean, what's going on in the Ukraine and Russia? There's been planes being shot out of the air. Syria, Hong Kong, the Ebola virus. and rates still are at all-time lows. I mean, you're talking about rates now as good as they were 6 months ago, 8 months ago, really.
They did dip a little bit this week, but I just, you got to stop. You have to, listen, with all the government intervention right now, you're going to get the same deal within an 1/8 to 1/4 point and $500 in cost, no matter where you go. All you're doing is choosing somebody that you trust, that's going to take care of you, that you want to talk to for 3 or 4 weeks.
And return your phone call.
Someone who answers their phone.
Exactly, yeah. One of the things, Nicole, that's a great point. One of the things that drives me nuts is if I refer a buyer out to a realtor, and the realtor, you get the voicemail's full.
Oh.
You just look like the biggest ass. Like if I refer you a deal
Right.
and your voicemail's full, you're like, dude, did I get dropped for that?
No, you didn't get dropped. You're okay.
All right.
Say
I didn't
donkey.
even catch it.
Say donkey next time.
Sorry.
You meant donkey.
It's just really, it's very, very, very unprofessional, And I mean, in one of the rules that I live by is that, I try to do, the sundown guarantee is that, like, if you call me during the day, I will call you back that day. I might be playing golf, but I will get back to you that day,
Right.
and I will answer your questions. And if it's a Saturday or a Sunday, I don't care where I'm at. If you need an updated pre-approval or an updated mortgage commitment, I'm there. I've got your back. That's all you're paying for.
I might tell that little bit of a story, Nicole, that I called you with yesterday about my real estate agent buddy who had another guy represent him at the inspection. And, I don't even know. But, hey, let's go to Arthur out in Detroit. Hey, we're going to take all your calls. 248-539-9797. Arthur, you're live on the ticket. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, hi. I just purchased a house through a land contract, and I filed bankruptcy. I have my discharge in June of this year. I've been at my job for 8 months, and I have gotten my credit scores from the credit bureaus directly. My TransUnion is a 677, my Experian is a 645, and my Equifax is a 612. And I'm looking to get some type of money to do some repairs on the actual house.
Arthur, unfortunately, you're kind of blocked out for 2 years from your Chapter 7. Was there a house in the Chapter 7? Was there a foreclosure too?
Not at all.
Yeah, so you're 2 years from your discharge date. We need to reestablish 3 lines of credit with at least 12 months history.
Sounds like his credit score is definitely,
credit
acceptable.
scores are good, yeah.
Do you have 3 lines of credit open now, Arthur?
I have one unsecured Capital One card at this point.
I'd tell you, get another one right now. Yeah, go either that. If you got a car, maybe if in the works. Again, you got to be careful with your debt to income ratio. We never want to tell people, hey, go ahead and get a whole bunch of debt. But on the other hand, you're going to need 2 or 3 lines of credit. That way, you're able to basically demonstrate to the underwriters that you're a changed person, that you understand the bankruptcy, whatever those situation caused that. That's in the past. You've moved on. You understand the responsibilities of making your payments on time.
Arthur, here's what I'm going to do, man. I'm going to call you after the show. I'm going to put you in my software system, and then you and I'll just keep in touch, man. We'll work together for a couple years, and in 15 months, we'll get you a mortgage. No big deal.
Not too far away.
Okay, not a problem.
Right, I'll be in touch.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for the call. Again, 248-539-9797. If you're buying a house, if you're selling a house, we definitely want to hear from you. FHA expects 75% of the loans that it insures now will be made to borrowers with less than 680 credit scores. Now, again, the credit scores...
No way.
They're thinking 75% are going to be less than 680. It's a common battle, though, between FHA and the lenders like us because... FHA has these rules out there, Alex, and they want to make sure affordability for everyone and everyone could get a mortgage. But they saw what it caused last time. So lenders definitely have some overlays out there. If it makes sense, you want to call Capital Mortgage. If you've got a situation out there you've had in the past, be sure to give us a call here in the studio, 248-539-9797, or at the office all day long, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. It's just because the demands on the lenders now, they're on the hook. If we give a loan to somebody and they don't make their payments on time, and we might have used some extenuating circumstance to make that loan make sense, we're on the hook. They're going to come back if there's a problem, if the house goes into foreclosure. So, again, we want to put people in housing. On the other hand, your neighbors want to make sure you stay. They want to make sure they have the right neighbor there. So, really key to what's going on out there. And, Nicole, we got a little, not too many calls up right now. We're going to get to those in a minute. 248-539-9797. You and I have been working together really just for the last 3 or 4 months, and it's been a lot of fun.
I mean, we talk about her constantly at the office.
Yeah, I don't talk about her that much. We weirding her out.
All right, guys, I got to go now.
Yeah, see ya. We had a couple of interesting.
Before you leave?
You
Leave
can
her
have my
alone.
scarf if you want it.
You know, one of the things is we had a couple buyers who referred to me. I tried to get that one guy on board, and it's funny. I spoke to a guy, and, you know, he had told me, and no names, of course, and hey, Harvey, I was going to work with this other company, but the last time he was working with them, the loan blew up. He didn't have his funds organized, and I was talking to him and discussing his process. He's still completely unorganized. So he basically disappears. I begged him for about 2 weeks to come on board so that he could become a homeowner and enjoy the experience. He hasn't closed. It's been 60 days.
Correct.
He's not listening to the show because he's sleeping.
Why? What's the deal? What's the problem?
He wasn't organized. He doesn't have his funds together. He doesn't have the right people representing him. I'm sorry to say, folks, but the credit union out of state is not really good. I was going to say the word that starts with an S. They
Easy,
stink.
bro.
They stink. I'm sorry.
You want
they
someone
stink.
you can sit down with and meet with.
To say the least.
So, I mean, if you have an issue with your loan or any documents or anything, you have someone right there that you can go to, sit down with, speak with them. You can contact them at any time. Your agent can contact them. The communication is open. That's what you want.
And again, the selling agents, the listing agents, they want to know that the people are off and moving in the right direction. Article came out yesterday. I don't know the gist of it and how, but it said Ben Bernanke was denied a mortgage. Alex, you saw the CNN article.
I didn't see it. What happened?
Yeah, he was specific. He quotes from yesterday. It was recorded. I think the conversation was Monday or Tuesday. He could not get a mortgage.
Was it a joke? Like, was he
I
like
don't
doing?
know.
Like, was he doing?
He's
like,
quoted. He couldn't get a loan. He couldn't get a mortgage. Maybe he didn't have it. Truthfully, I don't think it was his credit. He guy makes lots of money. I don't know. What is he?
I think it's like $400,000 or something, $500,000
or more.
Yeah.
Private speaking engagements. You think he'd have enough coin? Maybe his house didn't just appraise out. Maybe he overpaid for it 4 or 5 years ago or 8 years ago. You never know.
It's really not that hard to get a mortgage now. It really isn't. I mean, you have to be organized, but it's not that hard. And I mean, it upsets me when people say, "Oh, yeah, I got turned down." You got turned down because your credit sucks. I mean,
usually
that's usually what it is, or your house didn't appraise out. And if your house doesn't appraise out, I mean, it's unfortunately you're a victim of circumstance, in this area. But I mean, if you can't get a mortgage now, it's not that hard. I mean, it's document intensive. But it's like I said, give me your CPA's phone number. Give me your I don't turn this phone off. I gotta learn. Give me your CPA's number. Give me your financial advisor's number. I'll take care of it for you. It's really not that hard, man.
Lending standards definitely were the major factor inflating the housing bubble under Alan Greenspan last time around, resulting in financial meltdown. We called it the Great Recession. It was from 2007 here up until about 2011 in Southeast Michigan. Of course, we started seeing home values come back in 2012. A lot of buyers who had problems can come back in the market. And I'll tell you, we welcome you back. There's no doubt we need those buyers. Folks, Nicole, as you know, they ran into problems. They were giving their houses away. They were underwater. They were losing jobs.
Right.
But really, here they are 3 years later after maybe they did a short sale, deed of lieu foreclosure, whatever it was. They've got their ducks in a row. And if they don't, we'll help you get there. But we need those buyers to come back into the marketplace.
Right, because now they can come back and start looking at their options to purchase again. Maybe not get in over their head like they were before, but just make that fresh start.
248-539-9797. There are a lot of people out there, especially when you think back, to 2008, 2009. I mean, they didn't just walk away. I mean, these are really people. They lost their jobs. They were laid off. I mean, dude, it sucks, man. Like I said, I'm a local guy, and it's like, I want to help everybody. I mean, when I get mad at people that say, I walked from my house, this and that, just because, yeah, that's one thing. But I mean, there are a lot of people that just struggled, man. I mean, there were people that were like, just grinding, dude. I mean, just remember the vibe of the show, like
it was different.
2008, 2009. I mean, it was just, dude, we'd come in here and it would just be like. It was like a mortuary. Yeah, it was like a death march, man.
Well,
it was just, all these people that are trying to grind through it, and
that's like all the people that call you and say, I need to list my house for short sale. I lost my job. They have kids. I had people crying at closing tables because they're losing their houses.
Everything.
And it's
awful.
sad.
Yeah. There are a lot. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, what was cool about it, if you guys remember, was what the government put out. They put that $9,000 first-time home buyer program together, and we had families getting, first it started with the $7,500 where they had to pay it back through their tax returns. Basically, basically a 0% interest loan back in 8 and 9. And then they kicked it in and it said, nope, we're going to give them $9,000. We're not going to ask you any questions. Right. Or it was 10% of your loan amount.
Yeah, but of course there were still the clowns that were doing it. That were trying to say like buy rental properties and saying it was their primary.
The scammers.
Yeah, it's the 1% of the population that jams up everybody. It's unbelievable.
Right. When we come back, we're up against a little short break. Right back with all your calls. 248-539-9797.
Sign up to become an O'Reilly O Rewards member today, and you could start earning instantly. O Rewards members earn $5 back for every $150 they spend. So if you haven't become a member yet, what are you waiting for? It's fast, easy, and free. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store, sign up, and start earning $5 for every $150 in purchases. Plus, O Rewards puts you on the road to exclusive offers and benefits geared just for you. Don't miss the chance to earn $5 back for every $150 you spend. Hurry into O'Reilly Auto Parts today. Sign up and start earning each and every time you shop. Become an O Rewards member today at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. Better parts, better prices every day. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. There's beauty in the sunrise of a brand new friend.
Where will you say hi on your Ohio getaway?
Hi from Rocky Hills. Hi from the Rock Hall. Hi
from Marblehead. This fall, say hi to the Circleville Pumpkin Show. Explore haunted Ohio and catch all the fall colors in our 74 state parks. Ohio's too much fun for just one day. Go to discoverohio.com and click on Autumn Adventures.
Planet Fitness is a judgment-free zone with tons of equipment, unlimited fitness training, and a no-gym-timidation atmosphere. How much do you think that all costs? Like $1 billion? $2 billion? A vault full of priceless jewels and gold-dipped gold bars? Gold-plated with extra gold? Stop guessing! You're not even close! Because from now until October 10th, you can join Planet Fitness for just $10 down and $10 a month. Can you believe that? Just $10 down and $10 a month for more fitness than you'll know what to do with, and plenty of helpful staff to let you know exactly what to do with it all. Wow, that is helpful. Actually, I wonder if they can help me with something. See, I'm trying to figure out a good way to finish this commercial and...
Say no more. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 down and $10 a month. How is that?
Great. Anything else?
One more thing. We're not a gym. We're Planet Fitness. Home club only, participating locations only. Planet Fitness facilities are independently owned and operated. See club for details.
How would you like to lose 20 to 45 pounds in 40 days guaranteed? There's no hunger, no cravings, no exercise required, no prepackaged foods, no shots, and it's doctor supervised. Hi, I'm Dr. Shane Stanley, DC, and I'm here to tell you about the Nutrimost Fat Loss System. It transforms your life in just 40 days. I'm here today with Pastor David Roberson, and he's here to tell you how great he's doing.
I live in West Bloomfield. This program is beyond belief. I've lost a total of 30 pounds in 30 days. The last visit I made with my physician, he told me, you don't have to take this anymore. I'm completely free of diabetic medications. It would just change your life.
It's not about losing weight. It's really about bringing your body back into balance. And when you do that, it changes your metabolism, and it turns on fat burning, and it turns off fat storage. We have 3 centers in Michigan, St. Clair Shores, where Dr. Aswala runs that, one in Novi, and one downriver in Riverview. Go to NutrimostMichigan.com to learn more about the latest fat-burning technology and to schedule your free in-office review right now. NutrimostMichigan.com.
When there's a conversation happening, you want to know now.
When stories are building and news is breaking, you want to know now.
That's why there's The Now Detroit, weekdays at 4 on 7. It's a bold new take on the news. I'm Glenda Lewis.
And I'm Brad Gallen. Each day we'll bring you the big stories, trending topics, and social buzz from here at home and across the world.
Keeping you in the conversation and in the know.
Right here.
Right now.
The Now Detroit with Glenda Lewis and Brad Galley. Weekdays at 4, only on 7.
Want to save money on your electric bill? Try Walmart's Great Value 60-watt equivalent LED light bulbs. They use up to 81% less energy than incandescent bulbs, and they were rated #1 by a leading consumer magazine. Save money, live better. Walmart.
Some complain. We explain.
97.1 The Ticket.
welcome back to the show. Till 10 o'clock, you listen to the Hardcore Mortgage Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. As you know, we always take your emails at mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com. And I know we have a full staff this weekend. Definitely give Capital Mortgage a call if you're interested in refinancing your house. So many families out there have these great opportunities to do debt consolidation loans and really save a ton of money. Again, everyone's got this newfound equity in their homes here. Everyone was a little upside down. More and more of you find out what's going on. The summer's been really good. And again, the comparable sales, Alex, as you know, because people were battling over these houses, these are recorded homes. Again, they might not have appraised at $240, but they sold for $240.
I think one of the cool things is, and Nicole, obviously jump in, is that I see a lot more construction going on people's houses. They're putting on that sunroom. They're
doing a lot of additions and
which is nice because it's like I was saying before, just the vibe in 2008, 9, 10 was just so bad. It was just miserable, and now like you see just construction everywhere. Which I think it's great, man. I mean, I know it sounds kind of cheesy. I'm like but it's. I think it's absolutely awesome to see
because
all that
people
stuff.
have the money now to do the improvements.
Well,
they have
the work in. There's overtime. There's a lot going on. That's good. Let's go to another call. We got Chris out there in Algonac. Good morning, Chris. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good. What's up, man?
Not much. Hey, in the last couple months, I just picked up an investment property. I actually pulled some equity out of my home to gain that and went through you guys, so I want to give you guys a shout-out for that.
Cool. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Mark Shake can help me out big time, so I appreciate that. But wanted to talk to you guys about what is the process if I hold on to that for a couple years and want to pull the equity out of that? Is that something that I'm able to get help from you from, or is that not a possible deal, or how does that work?
Yeah, just give Mark a call. It's obviously, rental properties are a little more expensive to finance, but you can absolutely take cash out on that property, 100%. What'd you buy the house for? What was the purchase price, Chris?
It was 32. Got a great deal on it, and I was listening to you guys this morning. And again, I totally agree with you guys. I was very frustrated before. It was ironic how I kind of hold you guys. I just got a letter in the mail from you, but that was after 3 different people had approved me and said it was okay, and then at the last minute, the bottom fell out. And it was thank God for you guys, because you guys were the ones who actually got me the loan. And again, Mark was really, really super helpful. I do have a CPA, so I recommend to all your listeners that they should get their ducks in a row before they call you. That was super important, and it made it very fluid. Me working with Mark, being able to give
Mark's a great banker, and we try to take you guys not out of the equation as a client, but we try to make it as easy for you as possible. We'll call your CPA, we'll call our financial advisor. Get in touch with Mark on Monday, and put a plan together with him, and he'll take care of it. Yeah, he's a great banker, and he's a good dude. So yeah, he's a good guy.
Is there a time period that I need to hold on to that property before I consider doing that?
I think it's 1 year to take cash out.
And I think in an investment, it is 1 year. You 6 months on your primary on that, but it is 1 year. And typically, you might want. Did you steal the house, Chris? Did you really get a great buy on it?
I think I really did. It's for 32. I think it's already the state equalized value when I bought it was 28. So yeah, if you double that, I think I took a steal. I put some sweat equity into it, but for sure. But at the end of the day, I'm really pleased with it. And I guess that's really all that matters.
Is it rented right now?
Yes, I do have in November 1st. It's rented. That's my deadline to get it all ready. But yeah, I have definitely a tenant ready. So it should be a moneymaker very soon. And that's obviously a
awesome.
Great thing.
Good,
and I also kind of wanted to tell your listeners too. I definitely 4 years ago was one of them people. We had a short sale. Credit was kind of shaky 4 years ago. I got it up to, it was like right around 680. And again, you guys got me a good loan at a good rate, 5% I think it was. So, for your listeners out there that think they can't do it, they just need to talk to people that really know what they're doing, and I think they'd be very happy at that point.
Chris, you sound like a setup call. Thanks a lot. All right, I got a newfound love for guys up in Algonac. Thank you very much. We'll definitely get everyone hooked up with Chris there. Look,
I'm letting back on his feet, good to go.
I love it. I love it. Again, there are restrictions. Again, you can't just pull out 100% of the equity. But here's a guy who's maybe a onesie, twosie. He dives in. He buys a house at the right price. Nicole, maybe sells it next year. Maybe just refinances it and does it again and gets another one. Go take small steps if you want to dive into the real estate market. Again, as we know, Alex, back in early 2000, how many people were calling us up in the show and saying, hey, I'm going to buy a rental. I'm going to be a landlord. And they didn't even own their own house.
Everybody wants to buy a rental and be a landlord. Everybody wants to flip houses.
Listen, man, flip is a 4-letter F word, so you got to watch out for that. And I'm telling you, being a landlord, That's not.
It's not
That's
fun.
not
It's
easy,
not
man.
pretty.
I mean, I'm telling you,
It's not.
listen, I have rental properties, and these people, they think they're staying at the Townsend. Like, the light bulb's out. Can you come see? No, go buy your own light bulb.
Right.
Oh, when I walk through the house,
when you do your agreement, do you do that anything $100 or less that they're
they gotta pay
responsible for?
Yeah,
So
like
a light bulb doesn't count. It's under $100.
I'm not doing that. The old tenants took the recycle bin. Dude, that's their property. They bought the recycle bin, man. What do you think that?
Get a recycle bin.
You're not. You're not at the Ritz-Carlton.
Spend the $50 and get that recycled bin. I appreciate them recycling.
They're $12.
You need a property manager.
I do. I have a property manager, and it's still.
And you're still
I
getting the calls?
Well, yeah, because they have to call me and say, "Hey, the guy's complaining that his recycle bin's gone."
Right.
Dude,
248-539. No more than that. 248-539-9797.
I don't think they are. Not in Royal Oak.
they're about $50.
No way. Not in Royal Oak.
All right. You know better than me. I got an idea. Buy it for him. You're going to spend the $50, and we're going to save those landfills, and he's going to be a recycler, and we're going to write on that one the address so you can use it for your next tenants in there, too.
Great.
You're going to have
It'll
really
be a bonus.
you're going to have green tenants in there, people that are into the environment.
I'll sell the. Yeah.
You can up the rent.
Yeah.
Hey, Gary out there in Chelsea. Good morning, Gary. Welcome to the show. Go ahead, sir.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good morning, sir. What's up?
Well, here's my situation, is that I've been looking at a rural development situation, and my credit score is high enough because I understand, they told me it had to be 620 for rural development.
That's correct.
So I'm well above that. But what's happened was on my credit report, there's a profit and loss account from a credit card that I closed out back in 2009, and there was zero activity until August of this year. Now all of a sudden it's being shown as active, which is not possible because I actually talked to the bank that was holding it, and they said they have nothing to do with it. But they're telling me in my credit, because of the profit and loss, it's showing as active, and it's not zero, that I can't be approved even though my score is high enough.
Do you owe the money?
Well, in a way, yes. I closed out a credit card, and they kept charging me.
Charging you for what? What were they charging you for?
They charged me for late fees and interest, and I don't feel that I'm obligated to pay it after I had contacted them to close it.
I mean...
But what's weird is from 2011 until just August of this year, it showed zero, and it was a closed account, a charge-off.
I want to re-pull the credit and see what it is. A lot of times I can do is called the credit supplement, and we can get that updated for you. I mean, if there's a charge-off on there, you got to pay it, man, and that's a rural development rule. I mean, how much is it for? What do you owe them?
$1,300.
There's no way there's $1,300 in interest and late fees. That's stuff that you bought.
On a zero balance?
Yeah, on a zero balance. That's stuff that you bought.
Well, whatever it is, it's $1,300. You can negotiate that with them and get it paid off and move on. I mean, again, the cool thing about rural development is you're buying the house zero down. So if you got this problem out there that's bleeding you here, let's put it, let's fix the problem. Let's call them up and say, look, there's some mistake here. Let's get it in writing. Let's make a deal. Perhaps if you got their legal department or even hired an attorney, and we'll get you some right people to make the phone call, perhaps they're willing to report it differently and go ahead if you satisfy that, that obligation. That would be key. Settle the obligation. Let's let it report properly.
What I think took place here is, there's one of those companies bought the account.
Right.
That goes around to try to collect accounts that were closed.
Right.
Because how could it go from zero activity from 2011, showing nothing, until just this August, 2 months ago, now all of a sudden it's showing as active again?
Yeah,
over a period of 3 years.
Gary, that's what I said.
What I couldn't understand.
Yeah, let me call after the show. I want to run your credit and see how it's reporting. I want to do what's called a credit supplement and have them verify what was charged on there. And I might be able to fix it for you. I mean, dude, worst case, we'll settle it. Big deal.
Yeah, you'll settle it, get it cleaned up, and move on.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I had a little bit of a principal issue in settling it with them because I felt that I was getting raked over the coals, and I didn't think what was going on was fair because, the income, I pay over $1,000 a month in rent right now. So,
right.
The income and what have you for a property is not an issue.
Listen, dude, I'm with you on the principal thing. I paid my property taxes. I dropped it off at the city after 5 o'clock on the 30th when it was due, and they still dinged me for like $80 for a late fee. Just
right.
It's not worth my time to argue over $80. I just don't care. I mean, and you're
a pretty tight guy with your money, Alex. So that's saying a lot.
I just don't care.
All right.
I'll call you for the show, man.
Gary, we got to let you go. Hang in there, Gary. All right, he's got a lot to say. We'll follow up with him right after this break. 248-539-9797. We'll be right back.
Tune in this Sunday as the Lions take on the Bills. Game time 1 p.m. Presented by Ford, the official automotive company of the Detroit Lions Radio Network.
And now, Lawn Thoughts with Scott. Brought to you by Scott's.
When summer turns to fall, what do I think of? The harvesting of the autumn tartan berries, perhaps? Whether there's one last winter left in my favourite flannel footy pyjamas? No, when it gets to be fall, I'm thinking it's seeding and feeding time for the lawn. Right now, conditions are perfect for planting grass seed. The warm days and cool nights allow the seeds to take hold and gain strength. And a fall feeding with Scott's strengthens and fortifies your lawn's roots for the long winter ahead. When you seed and feed with Scott's now, your grass will not only be a thick, bonny green come springtime, it'll also be healthier and less prone to problems like weeds and pesky insects. So this fall, do what I do and think spring. And if the occasional thought of tartan berries creeps into your noggin, well, that's not so bad either.
This has been Lawn Thoughts with Scott. Feed your lawn this weekend with Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard. It's guaranteed. Learn more at scotts.com.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
University of Phoenix versus Imagining.
Excuse me? Can I try this before I buy it?
Oh, we'd prefer you look at it from afar and just imagine what it will be like.
At University of Phoenix, we know you want to try before you buy. That's why we offer many first-year students with limited to no college experience a risk-free period. Visit phoenix.edu to learn more. University of Phoenix. Let's get to work.
Don't miss the huge grand opening sale now through Sunday only at Great Lakes Ace Hardware Stores. 47 Great Lakes Ace stores locally owned and operated. Look for your circular in the mail for special savings. To celebrate this huge sale, Great Lakes Ace is giving away a ton of prizes all week long, including the grand prize, an ultimate football tailgate package valued at over $1,000, plus a Weber gas grill and a Craftsman toolbox chest, and other prizes at every store. Sale and raffles held only at Great Lakes Ace Hardware Stores now through Sunday. Find one near you at GreatLakesAce.com. Free checking. It seems like such an obvious thing. After all, it's your money. Does your bank offer free checking? TCF does. There's no monthly fee, no minimum balance, plus you get the free TCF mobile app, free online banking, and free bill pay. Set your money free. Switch to TCF Bank. Get free checking and service you can count on. TCF Bank, the home of free checking. Stop by or visit tcfbank.com. Other fees, including dormancy fee, may apply. Member FDIC.
Millions of people who have never even set foot in a casino take a serious gamble every day by living without a home warranty. But you just can't afford not to have one because you never know when an unexpected home appliance repair or replacement is going to blow your whole budget. Your furnace, water heater, plumbing, air conditioning system, they're like ticking time bombs. But there is a way to stop gambling with your family's budget because when you get a home warranty from American Home Shield, they pay your covered repair and replacement costs for you. So you get to keep more of your hard-earned money. Service requests are subject to a fee for each trade call. Some exclusions and limitations apply. For valuable free information, call 1-800-900-0427. Don't gamble with your family's budget. Let American Home Shield pay your covered repair and replacement costs for you. Don't wait. Call 1-800-900-0427 for valuable free information. That's 1-800-900-0427.
Football starts here. And he's intercepted. Thursday Night Football on CBS 62 and the NFL Network kicks off next Thursday. When Andrew Luck and the Colts take on the Houston Texans. Big-time matchups in prime time. Wide open touchdown. Get ready for Thursday nights on CBS 62. Touchdown. Coverage starts at 7:30.
Today, meet the 97.1 The Ticket Street Team at the Great Lakes Ace Grand Opening Sale Event, located at the Westland Store on Ann Arbor Trail from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. There will be puck stacking for 97.1 The Ticket prizes. Plus, you can register to win a Weber gas grill valued at $399.99. They'll pick a winner at 1 p.m., so make sure you get there early and sign up. 97.1 The Ticket is proud to welcome Capital Mortgage Funding as partner in the Student Heart Check program. They'll donate a portion of every mortgage closed to the Student Heart Check program. Call 1-800-LOW-RATE, NMLS number 3038, Equal Housing Lender.
Bengals, Patriots. Sunday night football coverage begins at 7:30 on your home for the NFL on Westwood One. 97.1 The Ticket.
Welcome back to the show. Again, till 10 o'clock. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Call Capital all day long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. That's 1-800-569-7283. I'm telling you, folks, I've been there for 22, coming up on 23 years. This is the place to get the mortgage. And now I'm really, really excited because we made some humongous improvements over the last week or so, and we have made the process smooth and hassle-free. And I'll tell you what, if you just get your ducks in a row first, the process goes really smooth. Oh, yeah, there's bumps in the road on every transaction out there. Deal with the professionals. Doesn't have to be. Oh, okay.
No, that's not true. There's not.
Doesn't have to be.
There's not bumps in every transaction. Absolutely not, dude.
Oh, good. No. I like you saying that.
But I'm just being honest. I mean, I've had deals that have closed in 10 days, and I've had deals that people have dragged it out for 60. I mean, dude, listen, man, you know, go at your own pace, whatever you want, man.
Right. A quick shout out and thanks always to our military personnel out there. We always offer the veterans, hey, you guys, there's VA loans. You have your VA eligibility. This is unbelievable if you haven't checked into it lately. If you served in the military and you're eligible, you qualify for a zero down purchase. There is no monthly PMI that you hear so many people so afraid about, which even isn't a big deal. But you can buy zero down. Be sure to call Capital. We love working with all the veterans out there. You've served. Now we're ready to help make it happen for you guys. And you served and done us proud. So definitely call Capital if you're a veteran at 1-800-LOW-RATE. And let's go off to Aaron out there in Westland. Good morning, Aaron. Welcome to the show.
Aaron, what's up, dude?
Aaron, we're going to put you on hold there. Oh, no, Aaron.
Aaron.
No, we'll lose Aaron. Let's just go on to Chris. Hey, Chris out in Flat Rock. What's going on, Chris?
Hey, how you doing?
What's up?
Good. I'm kind of new to your show, so I'm not really sure what you guys are about. But I have a home that I had a 10-year mortgage on almost 5 years ago. Got it paid down about 38. That's worth probably 100 to 110.
Okay.
And I'm just wondering if there's any way I can use the equity in that house to somehow make money to maybe pay this house off even quicker than the 5 years that are left on it, and maybe make that work for me, or is that?
Not really, man. I mean, the equity in the house is the equity. You can't utilize the equity to pay the principal balance down any quicker. I think. Go ahead.
I'm just thinking maybe even just have a rental to maybe have an income coming in that I can start putting.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to buy a rental, or you want to turn this house into a rental.
I guess I was just looking for suggestions because I'm looking to bring in some more money and maybe use the equity in my house.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to take some cash out on your primary and buy a rental, I think it's a great thing to do. I mean, but like we were talking about a few minutes ago, being a landlord, even if you're a property manager, I mean, dude, it's not that easy. If it were that easy, everybody would have rentals.
That's true. But I just didn't know if it was the right time to be doing that too in the market, or if it's
I mean, I live in Royal Oak, so I don't know the Flat Rock market as well as I do, down here. But I do think rentals are hot, man. I mean, there are a lot of people.
Rentals are very hot. There's not a lot out there.
Yeah,
right
I mean, there's a lot of people. I mean, what I see a lot of with the tenants that I have, you see a lot of people coming here to do the residencies for Children's Hospital, Beaumont Hospital. See a lot of doctors and nurses that are here for a minimal amount of time, and they just need 1 and 2 year leases. I think it's a great way to go. I'd be happy to talk to you more about it off the air, but I think
I'd love to.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'll give you a call for the show, and we'll go from there.
Thanks, Chris.
Very cool.
Thanks, Chris. See you, dude.
Cool stuff. Again, yeah, I mean, you might want to dip into that marketplace. We always talk about it. It's not for everybody. There's a lot of responsibility. But if you can come up with typically something 10%, on an investment property, 20% down minimum, you can make it happen. Fix up the house, do the right thing. You got to be very careful. So many families were calling us up, and individuals, they didn't even own houses. They never even had the responsibility of making their own house happen the right way, making their payments on time, and they wanted to become landlords. Everyone was going to, like the late night infomercials. Right. I mean, Come on, folks. You got to be a lot sharper
Guys,
than
it's
that.
Not, I'm telling you right now, it's not that easy. I mean, they're the
It's
first.
not that
I mean,
easy.
and I'm not. I mean, what I learned on some of mine is all the contractors, everybody out there. Not all the contractors. I don't want to take any hate mail for this, but at least they're all out to make money, and they're all out to take advantage of you. And it's like, oh well, this Joyce, this Johnson rod's bent, and that's going to be an extra $1,000, and this.
Right.
And that. I mean, so and I'm not a handy guy. I mean, you
And
gotta,
they know that.
Yeah.
They know that. They can smell that.
You can tell that I'm not
They
handy.
know.
You can tell that I'm not
yes,
handy.
and
Thank you.
I guarantee the contractors can.
I look like I'm handy though, don't I? I look like I can do it. Yeah. Well, no, not really. All right.
You know, Nicole, I'm glad you said the word contractors. Those guys are busy out there. I mean, if
They
you
are
need an
very
estimate
busy.
or something going on.
Let's not even get started on that. 2 weeks for an estimate.
Yeah, if I didn't, my buddy Al, who works for Father and Son, if I didn't have him, I would have gotten completely ripped off.
Right.
I mean, he completely took care of me.
All right, let's try Marquise out there in Detroit. Hey, Marquise, not in too much time, but go ahead with your question, sir.
Hey, how are you guys?
Real good.
I thank you for taking my call. I was just listening to the show, and I was trying to just wait and see if there was any buyers on the call to get a couple of my questions. I got a few questions answered, but nobody called in, so I was going to be that call for you.
What's up, man?
Yeah, I'm just, like I said, I've been listening to the show all morning, and I've been trying to get my ducks in a row. I've been at my job 8 months. I'm making a decent amount of wage. I have a savings put up. And I'm not married to a home, but I found a home between $40,000 and $50,000, and it would actually be my first home. I'm trying to get a place for me and my fiance and my son to be. And I just want to know what's the process in doing it.
First thing I do, Marquise, is give you a call for the show, and I'll run your credit. We'll pull your pay stubs together, your tax returns, and we can go from there. What do you do for a living, sir?
I work construction. I'm a progressive sweeper.
Okay, perfect, man. Yeah, I mean, so you're a W-2 employee. You're hourly. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward deal. Is your credit decent?
Yeah, my credit is decent. I just got my student loans under control. In my credit score, I believe I'm at a 580, but after that process goes through, I'll be at about minimum 620 within 6 months.
Yeah, let me call after the show. I'll run your credit. I'll see what I can do for you. And, if we can't do anything right now, we'll do something, this winter, man. We'll take care of you. No worries at all.
Good call, Marquise. I'm giving you a big hug here. You can't even see it, but, you said your family first, and that's key. I like that. Get your family, get your kid with the roof over his head. And, again, you're a first-time home buyer. There's lots of opportunity for you, and you're moving in the right direction. We're definitely going to have you on board. Thanks for the call.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
All right, maybe a little bit more time for a few more. 248-539-9797. Again, a lot of those conversations always talk about PMI. Oh, my gosh, I don't want to pay PMI, private mortgage insurance. Okay, fine. You got 3 choices. Put down 20%. That'd be a good one. How about the lender-paid PMI program? It's a great. Rates are so low now. You take 0.25%, 3/8 higher in interest rate. It's a tax deduction now. You never have PMI. And Alex, our third choice, our ultimate advantage choice, which is unbelievable. You can finance your PMI. It's a one-time fee added onto your loan amount. You finance it. You never have to worry about PMI, and you take advantage of today's very low interest rates. Folks, if you're listening, call Capital Mortgage. We'll get you on the right train here. 248-539-9797 here in the studio. And let's move on to Steve out in Rochester. Hey, Steve, thanks for calling in. We'll go to your call.
How you guys doing?
Good. What's up, man?
Listen, I was listening to you guys a couple weeks ago, and I could have swore you guys said that, like, for first-time buyers, that you guys recommend that they start the process early. Like, I mean, we're probably not going to be able to look for a house for about another year. I'm a first-time buyer, but my wife is kind of like, well, why should we even start the process now? And, we had a bankruptcy about 2 years ago, and I just want to make sure all our ducks are in a row, so when we want to go buy a house, we're doing the right thing.
You can never start early enough, man, because there could be something on your credit report that I have to have fixed that could take 30 days. And the last thing you want, Steve, is your wife to find that house she falls in love with and you not be prepared, because you're going to take the beating on that one, partner. I mean, you know how that one goes. So, I mean, I think if I can give you a mortgage commitment now and approve you now. If you find that house, if you guys are driving around one Sunday afternoon, just driving neighborhoods and you guys fall in love with the house, you're ready to roll. If next year you find it, you're still good to go. I mean, you can never start early enough.
Well, the big thing that's delaying us is we know that there's going to be money that's going to be needed to be down in order to start the process. So that's basically what's holding us up right now.
Steve, you can do as little as 3.5% down. I'm out of time, but I'll give you a call for the show if that's cool with you.
Anytime.
You got it, man. Thanks, Steve.
All righty. It's been another version of the Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Be sure to call Capital all day long. We have people all weekend long in the office. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Also, the email, for sure, Alex, mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com. And again, thanks to all our listeners out there. We got Pat Caputo coming up with sports. Keep it here all weekend long. For Alex Nafusi, Nicole Moscow from Remax Classic. Thanks, Nicole. We'll see you next Saturday. I'm Harvey Freed. Have a great day.
The preceding was a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
I don't know. I wouldn't say we're rich, but, but we're comfortable. We got here the hard way by putting everything into our business and sacrificing our own personal gains. But we don't own any fancy cars, don't get me wrong, or take expensive trips. I mean, everything has gone into our company. And now we're at a point where we want to enjoy the fruits of our labor. We're proud of what we did. We need more than just a savings account. We need a bank that helps us develop a plan to grow and protect what we've built. I guess I could say that I expect my bank to work as hard as we have for our money.
When it's time, come to Comerica. From succession plans and investments to tax and wealth planning, we've been helping business owners build and protect their wealth for over 164 years. To learn more, schedule an appointment with a Comerica Wealth Management Advisor and raise your expectations of what a bank can be. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
This October, Greektown Casino Hotel is revving up the excitement during the $150,000 Fast Car and Cash giveaway. Fridays, 7 to 11 p.m., you could win $5,000 every hour. That's $100,000 guaranteed. Earn entries all week, 10 times on Saturdays. Be here October 24th for our grand prize sports car giveaway immediately following the cash drawing. Visit GT Rewards for details. It's the $150,000